Follow the drip. Follow the drip.
Are you one that likes to stand out amongst the rest? Well, check out Paint to Drip by The Joker. Paint to Drip is a customized footwear company that it specializes in unique hand-painted, customized footwear, which is hand-painted by the Joker himself. Shipping is available all over, East Coast, West Coast, no matter where you are, we can get your products to you. So follow The Drip. Check out their IG page, Painted Drip, for more information. And again, all footwear is customized and hand-painted by the Joker himself.
Yes, it's your boy, the Joker, the Overlook MC, right here, live direct, right here on Green Links Media. Make sure you go and subscribe right now in the description right now. The link is right there. If you want more information and all them good things that we got going on, make sure you go ahead and do that for good positive energy and uplifting. And those who are artists in the music business, DJs, producers, and that nature, this is for you right now. This is the special edition of the morning show with your boy, the Joker Dog MC. You know what I'm saying? The CEO, the boss will be tuned in, watching while she get her hair done, getting all pretty and stuff and all that. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get right into it, man. You know what I mean? We're going right into this thing called the music streaming. It's happening, it's gonna happen. It is what it is. I had a couple amazing Zoom meetings with amazing mentors, breaking everything down. Also talked to a couple interns who work for Netflix. Also, you know what I'm saying? And took this meeting class about a couple weeks ago, and then as soon as that happened, I see that Curtis King then also posted up some things on his platform and talked about this too. So we're gonna get into that. You know what I'm saying? Netflix is creating a music streaming platforms. We're gonna break down the rumors of what's gonna be on there, and we're gonna break down the stuff that I've got information I'm gonna bring to you guys to make it do what to do. And those who is watching this and artists and producers and DJs who's watching this, let me tell you something. That if you don't know digital marketing, man, and this thing happen, man, it's gonna be very hard to get into this platform and to really expand because you got to really understand what music marketing, digital marketing is for your brand, music, and business. And if you don't know these things, you're going to have a very hard time. You know what I mean? That's why I am a coach, a marketing coach. I am the digital marketing manager of Bars Banga and DJ Larry Loud and Winter Peace as we speak. And also have a couple other people under my belt who I coach when they need something like case closed, jerk taker, and more. So you know what I'm saying? And I got this thing worldwide that I'm coaching a lot of people, giving a lot of people free game. And this is one of the free game situations that I'm gonna bring to the table right here on the platform. You know what I mean? So we're gonna get right into it. And those who are watching, make sure you put in the comments, represent who you are, what you do, what can this help for you as being an artist or being a producer, a DJ, and all this. I know a lot of producers be hitting me up in my inbox asking how can they push their production, and also a lot of people hit me up to also share and that nature. And once you do that, that's not good. You know what I mean? Unless somebody requests you to inbox them. You know what I mean? And then you go ahead and you make that thing happen. You know what I mean? But I'm right here live and direct right here on Green Links Media. We're gonna get right into it, man. Those who's watching right now, man, put in the comments where you from and what do you do. If you're an artist, tag an artist, producer, DJ for this information because this is real big about Netflix creating a music streaming platform. This is going to be an opportunity for you artists to get involved in movies, movie soundtracks, commercials on Netflix. Netflix got a big old deal with the NFL, NBA, wrestling, all types of things is happening. They are about to shut down Spotify, Apple Music, all that. It's gonna get to the point to where we don't need none of those things. We don't need none of those platforms. Some other platforms is not going to it can help us in a way, but this is going to put the icing on the cake right here. You know what I'm saying? this is gonna put the ice on the cake with Netflix, man. And anybody have any questions, please put them in the comments, and I'll make it do what it do. I'm trying to see if I see any comments. If you got any, if you're watching right now, please put in a nice, amazing emoji, fire emoji, if you hear me, so I can see if my messages is working, and all that, and break everything down to what y'all need, so we can see what's going on, so we can get started. I'm a process of trying to see if I can see. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, what I'm saying. I am here. No doubt. Shout out to my man Sean. Sean watched, tuned in. What I'm saying? Shout out to him. Shout out to him. You know what I mean? Make sure you tag. Make sure you tag. I definitely appreciate those who tune in. But we finna get right into this though. I can see the comments on the Facebook side of things. And if you on the YouTube side, I can pretty much see your comments once they come up there in the place to be. So you know what I'm saying. So no doubt, um, this is gonna be a big thing. You know what I mean. And we're gonna get right into it. You know what I'm saying. Shout out my man. You know what I'm saying. Sean with the emoji. You hear me nice and clear, man. Make sure you tag about 10 artists, man. 'Cause I know you're an artist. I know you trying to do what you do and you doing your thing, man. You know what I'm saying. And this Netflix movement is going to help you out, man. It's going to help you make about $1,000 a day, man. You know what I mean? And this is very important to understand digital marketing with this Netflix movement. I used to work with Netflix as a security guard when I was in Albuquerque. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people in the Netflix field. So me having that meeting and bringing this to the forefront, and then I got somebody to help me out with this. Is my man Curtis King, one of the DIYers, underground MCs from LA, from the West Coast, who's actually doing his thing DIY, got his own website. He's making close to 15K a month with his music without a label. You know what I mean? Doing everything himself. And now this is going to break down the walls of Spotify, break down the walls of these 3 cent, well, not even 3 cent, 0.00.3, you know what I'm saying, per stream. That's going to be out the door with Netflix. Stay tuned. I'm gonna break down the rumor of how much they're supposed to give per stream. But let's get right into this movement right now with Kurt King, and let's go.
DIYers, and now what is the 22nd year of 2025? I said year. It has been a chaotic turn of events overall in the music industry, but that has not stopped even some things that involve music streaming from not being a part of the headlines. What am I talking about? Specifically, there have been rumors that are starting to look even more and more true by the day that Netflix is setting themselves up to be a music streaming platform, but not just any platform, possibly the platform that could be the final nail in the coffin for Spotify.
Somebody's gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Yeah, this is the thing I've been talking about 2 years ago. I talked about this, about the thresholds, what's going on. I was making it before all this happened. I was making a good penny on streaming. I was doing pretty good, you know what I'm saying, with the thresholds, and now they're putting everything in the pool and all that. And shout out to Kurt Clean, shout out to all the other DIYers who I brought to the table and showing videos on my platform to give y'all a little bit of receipts. It's good to have a little bit of receipts now and then, so you can see what's going on. But this will put the nail in the coffin of Spotify and the big three, all the other platforms also, not just Spotify.
This story first came to my attention thanks to Sync Money account here on Instagram. They have two videos that talk about it. One talks about just the idea in general. And the second is probably going to answer a lot of your questions about, well, is this just another Spotify and how could this be a good thing for artists? I'm going to explain my thoughts as we go through it, but let's go to this first video because if Netflix does this, Daniel Yek.
I'm not gonna lie. Switching to Mint Mobile, was it life changing? No. Was it smart?
This is going to be
Yes.
real big, y'all. This is going to be real big. It's going to be a real big situation, man, because a lot of us been trying to get into, not just in the music industry, of people getting signed and all that. But we had the opportunity to put our talent to this level and put it into the streaming platforms. Back in the day, it used to be ringtones and all that good stuff. So, now this is coming up to where this is going to be all full fledged everything. I'll go right to the video.
It's a wrap.
There's a pretty crazy prediction happening right now for 2025. If you're a musician, you're going to want to pay attention. It is rumored that Netflix is going to enter the music streaming landscape. The company has really deep pockets, as you know. They're getting even deeper after cutting back on original programming. They have 283 million subscribers across 119 different countries. If Netflix decides to do this, it will put a massive dent in Spotify's market share. Everybody's already cutting back on their subscriptions. So if you could bundle watching TV and listening to music inside of the same app, which they already have a mobile app, perfectly set up to house music inside that app, offers streaming. One of the only obstacles that they're going to face with this is securing the licenses from the labels. But as we know, I don't think labels are going to say no to a crazy new.
No, the label's not going to say no. When the labels need something like this, they about to be honest with you, even though they got a little bread and the brand moving, they is, as far as in the industry way, they pretty much broke. They pretty much ain't getting that bag like they used to get in the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and the 90s, and a little bit of the 2000s. Understand what I'm saying? The internet came in and just deboed the game, and now us independent artists, they want to put us to the wayside. Like, okay, y'all got good music, but nah, you're not a Taylor Swift. You ain't part of the machine. You're not, what I'm saying, none of these good big people over here. You're not The Weeknd. You're not, what I'm saying, Maroon 5. You ain't none of that. Nah. Get over there with your little good talent you got over there. Nah. This is gonna change the game to where we get to pretty much do what we want to do and get the bag we deserve and get a massive fan base. Not just a fan base. See, I have a fan base. This is where you get that massive fan base. You know what I mean? That massive
revenue stream by adding music streaming inside of Netflix. What do you think? Would you put your music on Netflix? If you're a listener, would you listen to it on Netflix? Because I personally would.
It's so interesting. You hear all these different folks who want to make an answer for all the music streaming issues that we deal with as artists, the payouts, the low payouts, the amount of time that you have to wait for the payouts, the lack of access to data. And people are talking about, pretty much reinventing the wheel of streaming and trying to figure out a more competitive way. Netflix is different.
Yes.
Netflix is different in their position in that they already have a successful model. Netflix is different also because in a lot of ways, the way that Netflix became a profitable business is that they had to figure out a way to not have to pay ridiculous prices to some of these movie studios to license their movies. So to have TV shows and movies on Netflix at one point in time, they were paying out the pocket crazy, so they weren't able to profit. Guess who else was in that position at one point in time? Spotify. Spotify was in a place where in order to have access to the Taylor Swifts and all the different artists that are out here, they had to license the music during an agreement with these labels.
That part.
Now, Netflix couldn't turn a profit until they were able to get into the game of podcasting. When they got into podcasting, they had what's my guy, Joe.
And also, you know what I'm saying? This also would open up the way for podcasts on Netflix too. They talked about this in the meeting, the stuff that he's touching a little bit on it, but I'm gonna elaborate what and piggyback off what Curtis is saying, off of the information that I have gotten from the Zoom meetings, is that they're going to put podcasts on Netflix to where, you know what I mean? It could be, you could have a showcase of your podcast that's also connected to TikTok. That's why TikTok ain't going nowhere. You know what I mean? They're already putting together, and I still agree with that. Also YouTube. You know what I mean? So shout out YouTube. You know what I mean? Shout out YouTube for giving us a platform, for an opportunity. That's why YouTube had to clean up a lot of things. That's why you can't say certain things on YouTube. That's why they try to clean up to be in the corporate way, because this was planning probably years ago. We just now getting the information. You know what I mean? We just trying to clean up some things and let people get on YouTube. Do have fun, do da. You know what I'm saying? Get the customer base nice, moving, and they reach a multitude of people on that platform. Now they was cleaning things up for the last past 5 years. YouTube been cleaning up. You know what I'm saying, with everything, and I get it. A lot of people was getting mad because they wasn't getting a lot of views and people couldn't find their video. You know what I'm saying? Because this was coming along. You know what I mean? Now, us like Green Links Media could be just as big as Drink Champs being on Netflix with the music, huh? Liz, it's about to make sense in a minute, y'all. You know what I mean? I'm gonna let my man Curtis King cook a little more. Go ahead and cook.
Joe Rogan, like they were able to flip some kind of a profit because of that. Netflix understands streaming. Netflix understands it probably just as good, if not better, than Spotify. Look at their profits. So this does present an interesting thing where if I was Daniel Ek, I'd be pretty damn nervous because the headlines over the last year has been ridiculous. But like many artists, I had questions about, well, if it's just going to be another competitor that pays 0.003, like, whoopee. Here's where things get effing interesting, and it's still on the same page of Sync Money. Check this video out and see if this doesn't change your perspective on it, because this right here,
their part right here.
Netflix is planning on rolling out their own music streaming service, and here's how it's going to be different from Spotify. Netflix's music streaming service would be based on an acquisition model, just like they do with all their series and movies that they get. So they would.
Oh, what I didn't mention to close the loop, the way that Netflix actually got the profit instead of licensing TV shows and movies is because they started creating their own original Netflix series. That's how you got Netflix movies. So basically, they'd have a director that goes straight to the director, have them do this movie and say, I'm going to buy the rights to this and make it a Netflix original.
And now let me pick it back on that I've got in my Zoom meeting that, you know, if you have your music on Netflix, say they launch this thing tomorrow, and you go ahead and do the same steps you did when you was on Driscoll Kid, TuneCore, anything else, upload your music, you know what I'm saying, to make sure your paperwork is straight with your pro and all that. Publishing going to be already connected with it. If you want that, that might be a price. And then once you get everything moving, you got your music up there. And say that Jamie Foxx got an original movie going on Netflix, and he's looking for talent for maybe music for that particular show or series, and they go come across your platform on Netflix and see and hear something that might fit that show. They're automatically going to grab your show, send you information. Everything already going to be on your profile, your pay rate, everything you got going on. Everything will be on there. And what they're going to do is Jamie Foxx, the producers, and everybody else can probably be like, okay, I like that song from so let's put that as one of the lead songs for it. And boom, they'll send you the information. And then you already on the platform, so you already agree to these terms. Because before you start your music on Netflix Music, you're going to have to sign these terms before you set up your profile. So you already agree to have your music on the platform, and there you already going to have your information to where they can pay you automatic into your bank account. Now, ain't that fire? Keep on cooking.
So then they make all the profit off of the streaming and the advertising and all the things that come with the subscriptions. All that stuff is all on them. So that's how they flip the profit. They're talking about applying this to music, and this is where it gets interesting.
Buy catalogs outright, meaning they wouldn't have to pay royalties. But this actually could be better for independent musicians, and here's why. Imagine this: you're an independent artist, you make 5 to 8 songs, and Netflix comes to you and says, we're going to pay you $200,000 to own those songs outright.
All you gotta do is
you've never used samples like this
Listen,
before. Let me show you why I stopped paying for.
Listen, this is about to get crazy. They could do well on here. It said they could buy your catalog, which that's probably one of the things they put on the table. But on my Zoom meeting that I had a couple weeks ago, they said that you also could have that one song be on there where you can get a royalty from that and also get the streams off the movie while they're watching the movie. That's money in your sleeve. That's money in your sleeve. But at the end of the day, like I said before, if you do not understand or understand digital marketing, how you're going to find your audience on this platform. You know what I'm saying? Listen, that's why once I take the class which is today, marketing on Netflix, because I'm already ahead of the game. You know, I'm always ahead of the game with everything. Those who have been watching me for years, I've been ahead of the game for a long time, and I've been benefiting off it for myself as an artist and putting other artists on and helping them benefit off it. As long as you understand what you need to do and understand your niche in this business as being an independent artist in DIY. Listen, shout out to those who got signed. That's dope. You know what I'm saying? The people that did get signed, most of the people that I know that got signed that I know of know what they're getting themselves into and they understand what they want. And that's also a good strategy too, which could work for you just to get your name out there on another level. But at the same time, you still have ownership of what you do, and that's dope. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, keep cooking, keep cooking.
Think about that for a second. I see some of you already like, hell no, it's the same situation. What he's saying is there are artists out here, whether you agree with it or not, that are making music. Nick D is a successful independent artist right now that said straight up in the interview that we had with him, he said, I'm making this catalog and I love this music, but I have plans to sell this catalog for 7 figures. And he very well will get that because he already has proof of concept. He already has a fan base. And also, he's the person that produces music on a regular basis. For some people, your music is your baby. Music is my baby to a certain degree as well. But I do understand the opportunity where, say it's a 10-year deal where they're able to take this one project,
morning,
then funnel it into, take the license and pay you out 200,000. Let's just throw a number out there. And then they're able to utilize that into their movies, into their films and TV shows. And then that way they're making their money in that way and having to not necessarily go to the sync companies that they do traditionally. You could literally make music with the intent of having that part of your catalog sold.
That's paper in your hand. That's one stream. That's one lane you can make money. You know what I'm saying? When this thing pop, I ain't gonna say if, it will pop off in 2025. We don't know exact date. When I do, I will be announcing it. Y'all might hear it before I will. You know what I mean? Because since I'm already spilling the things, it's already in the algorithm. Everybody's talking about it. Shout out to Kurt King and these guys who put these videos up and let people know ahead of time what's about to go down. And I'm gonna let y'all know that I'm behind the scenes getting educated. But yeah, this right here is gonna be real big. But it's only going to work. It's not how good the music is, it's part of it. It's how do you know about digital marketing? That's why I'm always stressing it for years. Promotion don't work. If promotion worked, everybody would be rich, everybody would be wealthy, everybody would be successful. Promotion is short term. Promotion only long term if you're in the machine and you're part of the machine. But now you are building your own machine. Marketing is the key of all things, and this platform is going to pretty much shut everything down. You ain't gonna need no Spotify. You ain't gonna need no Apple Music. Only thing you're gonna need is Netflix, YouTube, and TikTok, because they all gonna be a part of this movement. All gonna be a part of this movement. Huh? Keep on cooking.
It's too interesting enough to be ignored.
Instead of worrying about having to create content to make the songs popular and go promote the songs yourself, Netflix is incentivized to go promote your music because they now own it. And because it's not an advance on royalties, like if you were to sign to a major label, you could go back to Netflix year over year and say, give me a couple 100,000, 300, 500,000, whatever it is for a set amount of songs, which gives you a stable lifestyle. You get enough money to support your life and keep creating music. Plus, you get to keep all the money for your merchandise, your touring.
What?
All that stuff is still owned all by you. I guarantee you there are hundreds of thousands of independent artists who would do that deal with Netflix.
What? You get to keep all that other stuff that you could get your grind on once you're in that marketing window and you know your audience. And I'm already doing that already. I'm selling the merch all day long. I still got, you see behind me, you know what I mean? But what? That's the type of business I'm on. That's the type of stuff I do. Oh yeah. It's about to get crazy. Oh man, if you artists is not sharing this right now, if y'all not sharing this to 20 music groups, 20 artists, 20 DJs, 20 podcasters right now, and getting involved in this movement right here to help somebody make some bread and make some money in your pocket, because it's about to go down. It's going to happen in 2025. Keep cooking.
today.
Yeah, I'm one of them.
Yes.
We can make more songs.
Oh, yeah.
We can make more music.
That's right.
We can make more songs. 200G for 8 songs.
Yeah.
Bay. We talk. Bay T. We talking right now.
Yeah, we talking.
200. These are just actually right now still rumored, right? These are just numbers they're throwing out there. Everybody wouldn't have the same deal. But just think about that for a second. They're finding a way to get their hands in multiple industries at the same time. I think that in one way they're getting their hands in the sync opportunities, which you already have, right? They have relationships with companies that go find producers that and artists that make music. They broker the deals. They get the music to Netflix that Netflix hires them for. The Netflix puts it already into the movies and film. Okay, that's one business. Another business is streaming, because if you have a platform that gives you access to independent artists all over, you're also building a catalog that you have the opportunity to engage with and say, hey, what's the situation with this song? We see the analytics. We see the data with it. We want to pay you $100,000 for a song that you did 10 years ago. Now, if we're talking about streaming, it may take you a whole lot more time than you're probably even making music for some of these songs to make the amount that they would pay you flat out.
That's a fact.
I mean, you would have to see the details of the deal for sure, but this is something to where it's like, if you're an independent artist, if you're an up and coming artist, you ain't got shit to worry about.
Got nothing to worry about.
This is a hobby.
That's
okay.
That's what I be talking about.
If you're an independent artist in the music business, you don't look at this and look the other way. You have a conversation.
That's me. That's me. I've been talking about this for a long time. If you're an artist and you're creating music, when you're not treating it like a brand, you're not making no money. You got to move accordingly as a brand to where you can make money by any means necessary. If it's the music, if it's the merch, if it's the shows, if it's the features, if it's the pop-up shops, if it's whatever you got going, podcasts, interviews, and I can keep going. We're in the business of not just being independently, the independent podcasts, independent artists, independent and being DIYers, we do it yourself, but we using these platforms to give us a lift and an opportunity to move forward and push this agenda forward so we can keep moving, take care of our families, and have something that's worth something, that has a form of value to what you're doing. It's amazing artists out there. Amazing artists out there. But me watching them from all this year, and you still doing the same thing you're doing on these platforms for 5 years straight and did not make a dime, you're doing it as a hobby. I make money every year on my craft. Every year, I make a nice chunk. It might not be in the millions, but it's enough for me to keep moving and breathing like I'm doing right now. I got 2 orders in for Paint and Drip this week. I got 7 custom orders just off my hoodie, just off my Joker brand. Yo, dog, Joker, how much it cost if you could make me a gold and black Joker joint like you did with the red? Huh? When you get that type of stuff in your inbox, that's opportunity. I can move accordingly how I move. This right here is Netflix music is going to open the door for all that. Keep on cooking.
Because think about a catalog that may not necessarily be generating a lot of plays right now. Just think about your limitations that you may have to promote that project because you don't have a huge infrastructure. Netflix comes in and they buy this one individual project from you for the rights to it. Now, how long those rights are for, that's something that I would be more interested in. It has way too many benefits that it's sounding like right now. How does Spotify even compete with that? It feels like the last straw. That feels like the last nail in the coffin.
Netflix is planning on rolling.
That's insane. That's insane. So I do come with a little hesitation. The idea definitely piqued my interest. The idea of them combining all these different efforts. Another business I forgot about is the business of beat selling. Why?
Okay, producers. This is the wave that a lot of producers be up in my inbox, and this will help you guys out fully. Like you know, as far as thresholds, if you're a producer, thresholds don't bother you as a producer on these platforms. You get your cut no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you got your paperwork going down the line accordingly what you need to be doing. But this right here, this Netflix music right here, is going to be definitely a good piece of chunk for you producers. You know what I mean? Pay attention. Pay attention. Keep cooking.
Then would you want to upload your music to a beat store when you know that uploading your music to a Netflix music streaming service gives you an opportunity not just at getting your beat streamed, but also Netflix may be watching and hitting you up for sync opportunities and the next season of You.
Yeah.
If you want to make more money in 2025, don't start a business. Try this instead.
Yeah, try this instead. Get your music on Netflix.
I'll tell you this.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a lot more than.
Shut up, my man Nathan. Nate the Great out there in the ABQ. Appreciate you tuning in, man. Listen, man, you need to go ahead and tag about 10 artists from the ABQ. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of them need this information, that's finna happen on Netflix, man. Netflix music is coming. You know what I'm saying? Tag them, watch this video, share it. This is gonna be an amazing. Or you can go ahead and click the link and give them that link that's in the description, Nate. You know what I'm saying? To watch this on YouTube. This is gonna be there forever. You can get this information and you can be a part of this movement. As soon as this thing launch, it's gonna be a good opportunity for people to put their music on series, commercials, movies, all that on Netflix, and have a music platform like a Spotify or a Pandora or even DJs playing your music on Netflix to where, man, I'm gonna break down some more credentials that's going on with this, okay? I'm saying keep cooking.
Then Spotify's willing to do for you right now, but you ain't took your shit down from there.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
That part.
Somebody uncomfortable. The Miz added a little bit of something to this, and I think this is good context because we got to still understand that we're dealing with greedy ass companies. Greedy ass companies gonna be greedy ass companies without a doubt. This is not even a video that I wanted. It was this video, right? So actually, no, let's go back to this video. Let's see what he has to say about it because he always gives some great insight about things to look out for because he is absolutely an advocate for independent artists. Check it out.
Okay, I don't know if you saw Sync Money's post, but there's a rumor floating around that Netflix might get into the music streaming business. Now, if they do, I sure hope to God they're better to independent artists and, than Spotify is. I mean, especially like with this artist-centric deal that Lucian Grange and Universal's trying to push onto Amazon. I mean, an artist that gets less than 1,000 streams within a year span, they don't roll it over, they don't pay you, and it goes into the record company pools.
That's right.
It sucks.
That means they're robbing you. That means they straight sticking it to you, no Vaseline. Don't care how the pain is. Pause.
And Netflix always seemed like a better company, a better run company, and you don't hear about them, screwing over the entertainment industry. So I hope to God that works. There is another rumor floating around that Facebook is now the data center for TikTok.
Yeah, we'll talk about that another day.
Yeah, that's another thing that we was talking about too. And yeah, we definitely is those from on Facebook, man. It's a big move. Big move. Keep saying on Facebook is Facebook, TikTok. They cousins. That's why I'm on this joint doing what it do, and I'm always blessing people and keeping this data moving. Algorithms off the chain, and and creating my fan base to keep growing every day. Keep cooking, Curtis.
Interesting, right? Interesting. So to get a little bit more context about where the rumors are coming from, they're not coming out of nowhere. Here you have a gentleman that wrote an article here on Hypebot. His name is Bruce Houghton. He's a veteran of the music industry, known as the founder of Skyline Artist Agency and editor of the influential Hypebot blog. With decades of experience, he's a senior advisor at Bands in Town and a professor at Berklee College of Music, where he teaches touring 101. His insights into the future of music emphasize artists' independence, fan data ownership, and adapting to an ever-changing digital landscape. He's the one that has been making this rumor. And matter of fact, it's been around for some time. It seems now that it's picking up steam because people are seeing the unique position that Netflix would be in by choosing to engage in such a business. Now, the article here says, we have asked a few of our favorite new music industry pros to help us identify trends that will drive the music industry this year. And I'm sorry, excuse me, it was not him. It was Bobby Owsinski. Okay, I thought it was the other gentleman. Offered a bold prediction. So this is Bobby's, not the other gentleman I told you about. But yeah, his bio is important because he wrote this article. Bobby says, I believe that Netflix will enter the music streaming business in 2025. The company has deep pockets that are even deeper now that it's cut back on original programming, and 283 million subscribers across 190 countries. A bundle that includes music would put a serious dent in Spotify's market share, as many streaming company customers have begun to cut back on the number of services that they subscribe to. It would also give current Netflix users another reason to continue their subscription with the company and drop another competitor's service instead. Netflix already has a mobile app and the infrastructure to easily support music. Think about that. They already have the things that
they already got.
These startups are still trying to get financed.
They're ready. Let's go.
An app. You know what I'm saying? Like a whole infrastructure there. They already have that. And it's successful. They said the company would have to secure licenses from record labels, but I doubt that any label would turn away or turn down an offer of another revenue stream from such a major player in the business. I hope this happens. I hope this happens not because I trust Netflix, not because I think that it's going to be the greatest thing ever, but because there needs to be a shakeup. There needs to be a shakeup. There needs to be a shakeup. I don't have time to listen to nobody up here who is used to the same shit that it's been for the last 20 odd years telling me that, oh, it's just going to be, I'm not trying to hear your negativity. I'm trying to see this shit switch up. That's why we've been making this content.
Yeah, that's why I've been on this wave for a long time. And I know a lot of people listens to a lot of things that I do, and they might not comment, they might not share or whatever, but they do take a lot of these gems because I talk to a lot of people that see me in the community, and they'll pretty much mimic my memes and my posts. They let me know that people is watching. You know what I mean? So that's why that motivates me to keep going and do things like this and keep watching what I'm doing, because I succeed on everything I do. You know, anything I touch, I always take it to the next level, and I'm always successful in my way to where I could say, yeah, I did this, and I can keep going. I can come back to this anytime I want to. A lot of artists can't say that. A lot of artists can't say that they gave up and threw in the towel. Say I can come back in this music thing and really elevate to the next level. You know what I mean? Because I could do that. A lot of them can't do that. A lot of them be shook and scared to even come back. You know, no matter how talented he is, they scared to come back. You know what I'm saying? The only reason they're scared to come back because they don't want to open their mind and they don't want to actually learn this thing called music business and digital marketing. But this is where it's at. It's not like it was in the 80s and the 90s where you had to depend on the label, or you had to, you know, be on the underground. The only way you can make it to that other level of your career is the label. It's different now. You don't have to have a label right now. I can move how I move and be successful. A lot of people that's on these platforms is making millions of dollars. You know, some independent people that made $1 million on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? I know people personally who made $1 million on OnlyFans. Like, they're actually using these platforms as making it into a business form and making an internet celebrity format to where you can still be out here and do the same thing that's Beyonce doing. But it takes you to understand and understand digital marketing. I got the special going on right now, man. I give you some game for 30 minutes for $30. You know what I mean? Hit me up, inbox me, all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm right here. Y'all go ahead and share this. You know what I mean? And make it do what it do. I'm gonna let my man Curtis King cook a little bit more, and then I'm gonna elaborate on what's going on and give y'all more tools of what's going on Netflix that I got information from.
Content. If you've been watching here and you ain't learned shit, take your ass out of here.
That's
the wrong place for you. This is the wrong motherfucking place for you.
Yes.
If you ain't got it by now, we with the destruction. Back to the story though. My guy DeMizza also reports that Netflix is raising their prices after having one of their record-breaking sales years. That already tells you what game they're in. Capitalism. So I give you this information with a bit of hesitation because I know that they're gonna still find a way to screw over artists. This is just the game. That's how they do it. Check it out.
New CNN reporting that Netflix had its biggest subscriber jump ever. And how is Netflix celebrating this? They're raising prices. Oh, you gotta love these corporations.
That's cool.
Oh my God. Not to change
business
subjects,
is business.
but this morning when I was talking about, CIA and freaking conspiracy theories and everything, and how conspiracy theories are slowly becoming fact, and there aren't any more left. I mean, the government killed JFK and we got it freaking you up.
You leave the Miz alone. Even though he do kind of favor Robert De Niro just a little bit.
Like, what more do you want? I mean, the government actually, through the Freedom of Information Act, if you go on the CIA.gov website and go through their, releases and stuff, I mean, they literally tell you everything. I mean, they talk about remote viewing, they talk about psychic capabilities, they talk about gravity manipulation. I mean, and literally put the schematics there and show you, even how to, float through dimensions and stuff. I know it sounds crazy, but it's literally right there on the government website. It's just these companies and other factions within the government spin it through social media and all of this other stuff. I mean, a lot of the media is designed to keep us at each other so that we don't look at the people that are controlling the system. And that's just what you have to think about. Not to get super deep, but just think about it. The narrative and what is actually happening. The narrative for so long is there's no such thing as aliens. There's no such.
Okay, he going left, but
he going left. Yeah, right. That part.
I saw the headline. I heard the first few seconds of this, and I was like, "Oh yeah, he about to cook up. He going some other shit." You go watch the video if you're interested in getting deeper into that.
Go ahead. Go to that.
I'm just talking about Netflix having a record-breaking subscriber year, and they raise their prices. Shout out to him though. That's crazy. That's tight shit. You got to have mentors. DIYers. This is interesting. I just highlighted someone who just said you would have to have an opportunity. You would have an opportunity here where Netflix is in a position because of how up they are financially to pay you in a way that you've never experienced in 20 years on music streaming platforms like Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, whatever. Unless you've been a 10 percentile, 4 percentile, 5 percentile type of artist. They can put themselves in a position where they don't need. The thing about it, I think that is really interesting. In order to be a successful music streaming platform, and you're only a music streaming platform, you need licenses from all these major labels and all these different things. Netflix doesn't need those licenses. First of all, they're going to attract the best in of the crop in independence.
That's right.
Second of all, there are artists who will try to get out of their deal so they can broker something independently with them. Spotify tried to do this. Guess what? The music industry and the powers that be muscled them out of it and threatened a little Draktion.
Yeah. And I'm gonna break this rumor down real quick. There's been a rumor during my Zoom meetings that Netflix is when they do launch this. I'm saying when they do, because it's gonna happen. Not if, it's gonna happen in 2025. We don't know yet, but it's gonna happen. But the rumor is that they're going to give artists 5 cents per stream, a nickel per stream on the platform. But like he said, there's always some twists and turns with that too, which is cool, but it's still an opportunity to where you can actually make some good bread of just even having your music on the platform of, for an opportunity that people can use the playlists to listen to on Netflix. For an example, they did this example also in the Zoom meeting, and I'm going to get the same example they did. Say that it's a big event going on Netflix. Say that Cat Williams coming out with another stand-up, special stand-up, on Netflix, right? And you put in the reminder. Then in that reminder movement, you know what I mean? Netflix going to have their own radio playlist. So while you're waiting on that to come on, there's going to be music playing. Guess what music they're going to be playing? Independent artists, because people are going to have music on their platform. That's a stream. That's a payout. So they giving us a nickel per stream, and that then you get opportunity to do that and get money while somebody's waiting to watch something on Netflix. But like this, you can build your own streaming list. Even if you're not an artist, you're just a fan and you just scrolling trying to look for a movie. Guess what you can do while you're looking for that movie? You can put your playlist of music and have it playing while you're searching for your music video or your podcast, whatever you're looking for on Netflix. So everything that's being played is getting paid. Remember that motto I said years ago? If your music is getting played, no matter what platform where it's at, somebody is getting paid. Why not? Why not could be you? Because if you get played and you're not getting paid, somebody is. Somebody is. It ain't you. Somebody is. Trust that. Believe that. There's nothing getting played for free. Nothing. Let's make that clear.
You ain't gonna bully Netflix though.
Nope.
Netflix is built different.
Yes.
Netflix said, "I wish a mother effer would."
Yes, it would.
So
Come
this is
on.
what makes it interesting.
Mm.
I saw now say something along the lines of, "What if they just combine with the other music streaming platforms?" I think it'll be interesting, but the thing about it is that that's all that they offer is music streaming. I think that if they're in a position where they have access to the best artists, the best music, the best instrumentals, the best producers, and we already know, like as DIYers, let's be honest,
DIY.
we are the ones that are making the best music right now.
That's a fact.
Are you
That's a
ready
fact.
to see your brand on TV? Your
That's
competitors will wish they had known about Vibe.
No doubt, no doubt.
Vibe, you can loan.
I don't
Yes, you know what I'm saying? That part right there, keep cooking.
care what the numbers say, because that's a product of great marketing.
That's right.
I don't care what your television says, because it is literally there to entertain you and lie to you at times.
That's right.
The best music is being made right now independently. It is being made by folks who are not afraid to take risks because they don't have the responsibility of delivering to a fan base that they've made up in their mind has these expectations.
That's
The
right.
most creative ideas are happening independently. So Netflix, I believe, could still find success, a lot of success by having this service be open and then saying whoever wants it wants it. I'm willing to bet though, with the amount of jobs being cut at all these labels, they won't have nearly the fight that Spotify had to go through to secure these licenses at all.
Nope.
I think that Netflix would have a lot of people trying to call them in order to get a part of this service, because if you know a song that is not doing well, Netflix would say it's not doing well, but I think it's perfect for this new movie that we're doing, original movie. We'll pay.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. But like he said before it came to all this, what Curtis said, it's all about the good marketing strategies that you have. You know what I mean? And I am going down that rabbit hole to learn more on what's going to happen on this Netflix music, because listen, I already got the basics. The basics is already locked in. I can pretty much take the basics on any platform and be okay. You know, even though I'm not getting the 30 to 100K to a million streams, but I'm still having a nice number. I don't care if it's 900, but that 900 is going to be solid because that's going to be my fan base, and I can eat off that fan base. A lot of people that got millions of views and got a little check from these platforms. It could be a little check or be a big check, but they don't know who the people are, and they can't continue to make money until you actually begin to get more of those streams. I can take my viewers and know exactly what's going on, where they at, and know who the ones that's going to break a bag with me as far as my merch. That's why I sell out. I sell out every series. Every time I come out with a series of merch, I sell out. Every time. You know what I'm saying? Oh, why you don't do a multitude of the merch? Because my merch is art first. Let me make that clear. It's the art form first. So it's a series. Everybody can't get it. But when I do that, it's going to be one particular brand shirt that I will do this summer, where it's going to continue to do, but then it's going to be other things that's coming in the series. because I'm only made for my super fans who actually love the Joker to Overlook MC, who actually engage in what I'm doing and knows my music and my brand and respect it and share it and love it and be excited about it. Because everybody's not going to be excited with your brand and who you are, but your super fans. So if you want to find your super fans, you got to understand digital marketing. Hands down. If you don't know nothing about this, there's no way in hell you can make some money. Promotion is short term. Promotion work, everybody will be making money every day in their sleep or every month in their sleep. Keep cooking. We almost done, y'all.
You 400,000? Does that sound good? Let's do some math real quick.
Do some math.
Let's do some math real quick. All right, let's do some real quick math before we end this off, DIYers.
Yeah.
Let's go. Royalty, streaming, reverse calculator. All right, let's do this. Is this centered? Okay, let's do this. So let's say Netflix wanted to pay me $200,000. On Spotify, I would need 58,823,529 streams. Most independent artists don't have.
Let me tell you about those streams right there. It's per quarter. You gotta say that, Curtis King. That's per quarter, not year, not 2 years. You got to make those numbers in a quarter to get that bag.
Have the most independent artists are not streaming enough money. They're not generating enough money from streaming to even pay for their subscription to DistroKid every year.
Nope.
It's not an exaggeration. It's not an assumption. Ben Jordan did Ben Jordan did an actual survey on it, and they're not generating enough money on streaming to even pay for the service they use to distribute their music to streaming. What you want? You want 58 million streams in order to get 200,000? Or you want to upload to a Netflix music streaming platform and let them own your music for a certain amount of time?
And get a big old bag at the front. Up front, where you can take care of your business, move forward, and keep creating, keep putting music up on the platform every day, every week, every month, and you can control your own destiny, especially if you know digital marketing on top of it. And then you got your merch. Then you're doing extra things on the side. You're doing your little side shows. You don't think that once this thing happened on Netflix that that community gonna be tuned in to your page? And you can put up videos too, like they do on Facebook and TikTok too, of your shows and watch your show on a Netflix platform because you doing a concert. You don't think they're gonna have a pay-per-view movement for yourself on your own profile page where you can pay for that for a certain amount of time, a month fee or a yearly fee, where you can put live shows up on your platform that people can watch on Netflix? You don't think that? Come on, man. They talk about that in the meeting too. That's why I brought it up like that. Quit playing.
I don't know. Those are just my thoughts, though, DIYers. You let me know what you think.
Yeah, man, let me know what y'all think about this. And any questions anybody has, please hit me up. If you're looking for any form of coaching, tips and all that, I have the price at the bottom of the screen. You know what I'm saying? $30 for 30 minutes. I will give you 30 minutes worth of amazing tips on where you can help. You know what I'm saying? After I ask a couple questions to see what I can do to help. And then once you get that information, you know what I mean? You have to be very consistent on what you're doing. You got to know your niche. And you got to, that's the hard part, the work ethic. The work of that is so much work, man. Like, I'm so used to it now, I can pretty much dip in, dip out anytime I want to and be okay. You know what I mean? But imagine if I had the same time span I had years ago, a couple years ago when I was working for myself, where I could actually, and this, especially with this Netflix thing, this would have happened in that time period of me working for myself, man. I probably would have never went back punching the clock. For real. This is crazy. But once this thing launched, man, and I'm going to definitely be one of the first to let people know, and I'll be one of the first to get a profile also. You know what I mean? And get back into my creative bag. Well, I'm still always creating, but really get into it like I want to. and really benefit off it and make it to the next level. You know what I mean? And make it do what it do. But there's no doubt, and make it do what it do. But yeah, so yeah, Netflix is definitely going to be an amazing platform for your artists. I'm happy that Curtis did this video. I had got this information a week prior to him doing this video. He probably was in the Zoom meeting because there was a lot of people in the Zoom meeting. It was one of the mega Zoom meetings. A lot of people was in there. I couldn't really see a lot of people, but you know what I mean. But he also put up some other receipts that on this video that I popped up and to give y'all some insight of what's really going on, and then I give y'all some information from my Zoom meeting, what they're doing, and I talked to 4 executives that work for Netflix that was in the Zoom that broke down what they're trying to do, and you know what I mean, and they didn't know nothing about the payments as far as streaming, but they gave me the rumor that they're supposed to be giving a nickel per stream for artists that will put their music on that platform. When it do, I cannot wait. This your boy, the Joker, Overlook FC, spilling the beans, giving y'all some true information right here. And if you're looking for digital marketing, right there, this is your boy, the Joker, the Overlook FC, right here on Green Links Media. Make sure y'all go ahead and click on that link right there, man. Come on, man. Go ahead and subscribe, man. Like my man Curtis King said, don't be greedy. Let's go.
Follow the drip. Follow the drip.
Are you one that likes to stand out amongst the rest? Well, check out Paint to Drip by The Joker. Paint to Drip is a customized footwear company that it specializes in unique hand-painted, customized footwear, which is hand-painted by The Joker himself. Shipping is available all over, East Coast, West Coast, no matter where you are, we can get your products to you. So follow The Drip. Check out their IG page, Painted Drip, for more information. And again, all footwear is customized and hand-painted by The Joker himself.